What's going on, noobs? I am the Perpetual Noob, and welcome back to another first win. Today, we're going to be talking about the third boss I defeated in my Hollow Knight Silksong journey, and that is Lace. Now, I can only access Lace in the deep docks, but only after getting the Swift Step ability. Otherwise, I was unable to get up to the ledge that had the lever that opened the gate that led to the arena to fight Lace. And I remember when I finally saw her, I was like, "Oh, this is that one. This is that enemy that is kind of our rival, or just an enemy, but we're gonna fight her multiple times. Ooh, this is exciting!" And then she started talking trash, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. You're not only okay. So we're really just fighting here. All right, cool. Let's go." And I like the fight a lot. I thought it was a really good fight. It feels very much like a dance. So very much like I found, Nightmare King Grimm or Troopmaster Grimm's fights or Pure Vessel. There were a lot of fights in Hollow Knight that I really enjoyed because they had that feel to them of, okay, they're doing their attack. Now it's our turn to do an attack. They're doing their attack. It's our turn. There was this back and forth. And I like that in Lace's fight, because that's very much how it felt to me. She has 5 different attacks that I found. She has a lunge. She has her own dive kick, which also has a hit on the way up, so that was nice to know. She has a 2-hit combo that she'll do on the ground. She has a parry and a riposte that she will do. Have we ever seen a parry riposte before? Nah, I don't think so. That's a joke, by the way. And then she also has her flurry, but the flurry doesn't happen until phase 2. And then she does have her own little movement ability. She will hop forward or she will dash backwards. So she was able to get around the arena pretty quickly. I found that the parry riposte was very frightening because her riposte, she will lunge forward a little bit. Oh, and it hits multiple times. Thankfully, well, now I say that, I imagine, because I was able to dodge the flurry thanks to the flurry's very overt, here is the window, here's the circle, do not be in this circle very shortly, otherwise you're going to have a bad time. I can imagine that the flurry probably hits multiple times as well, but thankfully, outside of the flurry and the riposte, Lace's attacks all just deal a single mask of damage. Whew, thank goodness. With the arena being set up the way it was, though, with edges that fell into lava, oh my gosh, I was absolutely in Soul Calibur mode. I wanted to wring Lace out of the ring. I wanted to knock her off the ledge and pop her into the lava. I wasn't sure if that was a thing that would be an instant kill or if it was even possible. I was just super excited to try and make it happen. And then Lace knocked me out of the ring. That sucked. And then I knocked her out of the ring somehow. I still don't exactly know how I made that happen. And then I died for it because I was playing pretty fast and loose in that first attempt because the fight was feeling just so comfortable. I was really enjoying the fight so much. I was like, it's fine. I've got one mask. Who cares? It's fine. I can do this. Sure, there's ample time to heal between Lace's attacks. And Lace's lunge doesn't cover the whole arena. Her 2-hit combo doesn't cover the whole arena. So if we're just far away, thanks to Swift Step allowing us to do mid-air dodges or dash away from Lace's attacks, well, we have plenty of time to heal. That's fine, whatever. I'm gonna be just fine. I can do this with one mask. Bonk. Okay, well, maybe not. But there were also a ton of times where, thank God, Hornet does have a ledge grab, because there's even one moment where amazingly, I heal in midair over the lava, start to fall, grab the ledge, and get myself back onto the arena. The movement in Silksong is just amazing. That's something that you couldn't do in Hollow Knight, and it was so great. Another thing with Lace, we can stun her. Another great opportunity to get in attacks and damage, or get in a heal if we need to. And there's I say a ton. It's still only a couple of seconds, but there's still a good amount of time when Lace finishes her flurry attack when she is wide open. So get in your attacks. Heck, I think I even got a Silk Spear attack in during Lace's recovery from a flurry. Also, with Lace's movement being as much as it was, I found that the Sting Shard tool was just so useful, so helpful. I mean, it doesn't like stop Lace from moving forward or doing her dive kicks or any of her other attacks, but it punishes her for it and was at least putting extra damage on her whenever she was dashing about and moving, and it was great. A note, Lace can switch directions during her dive kick. So like, there were points where she would launch herself into the air, I would dash underneath her, and then she would turn around and come back after me. That was a nice little surprise. It was unexpected for sure. But overall, I just had a really fun time with this. It felt very much like, okay, Lace is doing her attack. Cool. I'm going to attack her now. And I found that with Hornet, her dive kick was very, very useful. Obviously, Lace does have some aerial mobility, has some aerial attacks, so I couldn't rely solely on the dive kick. But I found that if like Lace was on the ground, or since Lace kind of spent a good portion of her time on the ground, the dive kick was really useful to just bonk, flip, bonk, hit her again, flip, bonk, hit her again, just looping through that over and over and over again. And thanks to the Swift Step providing us with an aerial dodge, essentially, I found I was able to respond to when Lace was like, okay, well, I'm going to now do my dive kick, or I'm going to do my flurry, and then you're just like, whoops, time to go. So yeah, it was just a really fun fight. I liked it a lot. It felt very, very well designed, and yeah, it was very much just a back and forth. I kind of don't know what else to say about it. I guess, I've spent, I don't know how many minutes, several now at this point, just talking about how the fight kind of went, how I found it, how I enjoyed it. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the fight as well. I hope you all found it to be a fun time. Please let me know what you thought of this fight. If you found it to be a really fun fight, if you're still struggling with it, let me know. We can try to talk about it in the comments. But I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for joining me today, noobs. I hope you all take care of yourselves. I am the Perpetual Noob, and I'll see you all next time.